My first farming sim game was Harvest Moon on the Game Boy in 1997. Me and my sister would play the game harvesting crops, raising livestock, upgrading our tools, and interacting with the villagers for hours on end. The game had a great art style and captivating characters. It was a great simulation that was greater than the sum of its seemingly boring parts. For me, there are no other games like Harvest Moon. There are a few games that have come out over the years using a very similar formula, including Rune Factory, Story of Seasons, and Stardew Valley. And of course there have been countless other types of farming simulation games, but nothing like Harvest Moon. A few years later, in 1999, Harvest Moon 64 came out for the Nintendo 64, and it really captivated my attention for a long time. But it wasn't until I got a PS1 and got Back to Nature that same year when I became officially a die-hard fan of the series. And then they came out with the Back to Nature remake on the Game Boy Advance called Friends of Mineral Town. And in my opinion, Back to Nature and Friends of Mineral Town are among the best Harvest Moon games, and I think the peak of the series. Now, I'm completely acknowledging that I am very biased and nostalgic for those games. It was a big part of my childhood, and was a beautiful game that took things very seriously, including growing up, pursuing romances, getting married, and also death. I feel like from that point on, when we hit the PS2, the series just went downhill from there, and then we come to today, and Natsumi has unfortunately decided to market the game more towards young children and a different demographic, and I feel like that completely alienated a large portion of its fan base. The recent Steam release of their latest game, Light of Hope, has really mixed reviews. People seem to either really like it or dislike it. It's a very bare bones experience, and it's very basic art style. So one day while I was browsing Reddit, I saw this awesome post, and the way the wheat was blowing in the wind really caught my attention. It was for a game that was in development called Farm Folks, a spiritual successor to the Harvest Moon series in a 3D third-person style. Now, I had never seen anything like that before. It was a fantastic idea. It also had a great hand-painted art style that was very appealing. I went to their website, I checked it out, and I immediately bought a copy for $9, downloaded it, and played it. If you buy the copy, it gives you access to the latest build on Humble Bundle or on their itch.io, and it guarantees a future Steam product key. The team at BisonBit are hard at work currently making this game a reality from scratch, and they were releasing regular updates about its development on their development blog along with screenshots and changelogs. They maintain a number of different social media outlets that they update. Most importantly, I think, is the Discord, where you can actually talk to the team and make suggestions. You can submit fan art, look at development updates, and just kind of generally pal around with them. When they got to update 13, something very important happened. They applied for the Steam Greenlight program and almost immediately got approved. Since then, updates have been very scarce, and up to now have almost completely ceased. I have spoken to the devs, and their team is hard at work on making their Steam Early Access debut. The latest version of the game, which is currently 0.1.36, will look so different to what they will be releasing in the next coming months that I know for sure it's going to blow everyone's minds based on what little they have revealed. In the game's current state, your character is situated on a small farm on an island surrounded by an ocean. There is a day and night cycle with a fair amount of time in that day to take care of all of your chores. There are 4 seasons separated by 30 days that allow you to buy different seeds that only grow in that season. You must clear the fields of grass, weeds, trees, and rocks with your provided tools. You will then till the soil, buy seeds from Gilbert, sow them, water them every day, and slowly watch them mature over many states of growth, and eventually harvest and sell them for profit. You'll then save up your coins, purchase livestock such as cows and chickens, who if you feed daily will produce milk and eggs. Trees can be chopped down to produce wood, and boulders can be smashed with your pick to produce stone that can be sold and will most likely be used in the future for crafting purposes. If you like this video, please support the developers. Go to their site and purchase an early copy of the game while it's still in development. I also encourage you to join their Discord for updates and to make suggestions. And although official updates for the time being have been far and few between, the team is talkative and attentive, and they assure us that a big update is on the way very soon for when Farm Folks finally launches on Steam as an early access title. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos, then please consider subscribing. Happy harvesting!